Breaking news out of Venezuela. President Nicolas Maduro has lashed out at the United States, slamming its decision to blockade all sanctioned Venezuelan oil tankers. He's called it a grotesque threat. This comes after President Donald Trump ordered what he described as a total and complete blockade on the movement of sanctioned oil tankers in and out of Venezuela, dramatically escalating Washington's campaign against Maduro's government. Just last week, U.S. forces seized a tanker off Venezuela's coast, ramping up tensions in the region, and it doesn't stop there. The U.S. has increased its military presence in both the Pacific and the Caribbean, officially as part of a crackdown on drug smuggling. Here's why this matters. The United States is Venezuela's second largest buyer of crude oil, after China. But Maduro says this blockade isn't just about oil. He accuses Trump of trying to seize Venezuela's resources: oil, gas, gold, iron, aluminium, and other minerals. In Maduro's words, imperialism and what he calls the Nazi-fascist right-wing want to colonize Venezuela and take its wealth. He's vowed to defend Venezuela's sovereignty, promising that peace, stability, and happiness will prevail for his people. Meanwhile, from Washington, D.C., developments are coming thick and fast. The Trump administration's pressure campaign is clearly intensifying. As I mentioned, the U.S. boarded a Venezuelan oil tanker last week. Now Caracas has filed a complaint with the United Nations Security Council, claiming this was a direct violation of Venezuelan sovereignty, especially as the ship belonged to the country's oil ministry. According to officials, dozens of Venezuelan oil tankers are on a U.S. sanctions list. The threat? That Washington could impound these vessels, stopping them from traveling between ports. But Trump's announcement, made on his personal social media platform, leaves out the details of how this would actually work. Here's a key point. Even though Venezuela relies heavily on oil exports, less than 10% goes to the U.S. The bulk heads to China. So, if the U.S. is now enforcing an embargo on Venezuelan oil, what will that mean for U.S.-China relations? And then, there's the issue of enforcement. There's an aircraft carrier group, the USS Gerald Ford, stationed in the Caribbean and Atlantic, but in the Pacific? The U.S. military's capacity to enforce a blockade there is still unclear. Finally, Trump has labeled the Maduro government a foreign terrorist organization. Normally, that kind of designation would follow a lengthy government review, triggering sweeping sanctions and legal moves like asset freezes and travel bans. Whether that review has happened here, no one knows for sure. Get the full picture and stay informed. Subscribe for reliable news and expert analysis. Like and share, and stay ahead.